Thinking about buying a house this year and wondering how to interpret the current market? We've got you covered here today. So last week we talked about inflation, which everyone is talking about because prices are going up, and how fixing your mortgage cost is a great hedge against inflation because your mortgage payment, your biggest payment for most of us per month, is staying the same. However, what about doing that in the current market? I'm hearing a lot of, hey, interest rates are up, prices are up. I think the market may go the other direction. So even if I could, fix a cost, do I want to fix a cost? Well, let me tell you this. If you're thinking about timing the market, man, good luck to you. I think you got a better chance with the lottery ticket because if you look at what the smartest people have said over the past couple years of what they thought is going to happen in the market, almost none of them have got it right. And they are actually trained economists. If you do want an economist opinion, I was actually at a conference last week where the lead economist for Housing Wire was giving his take on the economy and the market. He is actually more worried over the next year about prices continuing to rise quickly than he is about the market going the other direction because he's worried that we will not have enough houses come on the market to break up the supply and demand imbalance that we have. We have more demand than supply, and even with rates up and prices up, we still have more demand than supply. And when you have that, you're going to have price pressure come up. And you're like, well, how could that happen if prices are up and rates are up? Isn't that going to cool demand? Well, it has cooled demand, but think about supply. People who are selling a house, most of them were living in it and have to move somewhere else. Well, if prices are up and rates are up, it gets harder to sell that house and make a lateral move for the same amount of money. And so a lot of those folks, he's worried, are going to stay in their houses, which means less houses for sale, which means prices continue to go up even with higher interest rates and higher inflation. So that's one prediction, but that is from an actual economist. What I would say to you, though, most importantly, is look at your own situation. Do you need a place to live? Do you have a reason to buy a house? And can you afford it? And if you can do that, history shows it's almost always the best time to buy a house. Because if you can afford it, if you do happen to have terrible market timing and the market goes down some, well, you only realize your gain or loss when it goes up. On the flip side, by buying, you do lock in that cost and you have the chance for appreciation, and you're definitely going to get equity pay down while you do it. So I would say, hey, it's great to read about the market. I love to do it, but man, to time it is so hard. Let's look at your personal situation. And if you want someone to help you think through, because it's more complicated than what I just said, but if you want someone to help you think through it, man, send us a message like so many of you do. We'd love to help you think through your situation and figure out, is now the right time or would another time be better? Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.